Hey everybody, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my absolute favorite dishes, and that's a Manchego Walnut Pesto Tortellini. It's a sure to be crowd pleaser. It's one of my go-to dishes anytime somebody wants me to make them some pasta. I love to make it. It's beautiful, it's visually appealing, and it's absolutely delicious and rich. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. All right, so first step is to get the pasta going. In order to get the pasta going, we have to get the spinach puree, because that actually goes inside the pasta to not only give it that slight spinach flavor, but it also gives it this beautiful green color, because you eat with your eyes first, so it makes it a very visually appealing dish. So let's get started on that puree. The first thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of water to this pot, about a half cup to a quarter cup of water. I got about a half cup here, goes right into that pot. So what I'm gonna do is take about a cup of spinach here. Looks about a cup. Go right in there. And then a nice sprinkle of salt. Just a nice pinch, nothing crazy. Right here, I'm gonna put that on. We're gonna bring that up to a simmer. We're gonna let all that spinach wilt down till it becomes completely absorbed in the water. And then we're gonna go ahead and use the MasterChef immersion blender to get that blitz down to a nice fine puree. And then we're gonna strain it. All right, so now this is all cooked. The spinach is ready to go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our immersion blender here, and we're actually gonna blitz this down while it's nice and hot. I've got mine cranked up about midway here. This has actually got a throttle control on it. So now I'm actually gonna go ahead and strain this liquid. So what I'm gonna do is take my strainer, put it right on top of this little cup right here. I'm gonna take this liquid, just pour it right over that. So what you're gonna start with is about 6 to 8 ounces of flour. All right, so we're gonna start with 2 eggs. 2 whole eggs go right in there. We're gonna go ahead and get an egg yolk in there. Just go inside there and just go ahead and pour some of that in there. And then we're just gonna go ahead and start stirring that right in. I'm going to take a pinch of salt. I'm going to take a squeeze of olive oil. Get that right in there. Don't be afraid to add flour as you go to get it up to the right consistency. I'm going to add some more here and finish it off on the board. All right, so now I'm going to actually take this pasta out of the bowl and we're going to go right onto this board. It's nice and floured, so we're just going to go right out with it. And we're going to start to work this by hand. I'm just tucking it into itself. I'm pushing it out, tucking it in, pushing it out, tucking it in. All right, so we're about there. See how it's nice and smooth here? When you poke it, it has a nice bounce back. That's how you basically know that it's good pasta, and it's not super sticky to the touch. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up in some plastic wrap, set it off to the side. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it rest. Now that the pasta is resting, what we're gonna do is actually get started on the pesto, which is gonna be part of the filling and the sauce. First, I start with the walnuts. All right, got just about 6 ounces of walnuts here. And I'm gonna use this performance knife right here just to chop right through them. Rough chop, because you're gonna chop them up in the blender, but I like to get them a little bit chopped up before I put them in. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with some basil. So I'm gonna get about a cup of basil going here. That's about a cup right there. What we're gonna do is just kind of bunch it up like this because it's all getting blitzed anyway. And just go ahead and take your knife and just slice down like that. Now it's kind of bunched up and it fits right inside of there. In this other pocket we've got in here, we're gonna go ahead and take the spinach, and then we're gonna put that right inside the food processor. I'm just gonna start adding a little bit of olive oil in, probably a couple ounces, just to start off. Get it right on. Beautiful. Now, nice and chopped up. It needs a little bit more work, obviously, but we're not done adding ingredients in. So I'm just gonna keep that off to the side for now. I'm gonna go ahead and just take off these rinds over here. Now, I'm just gonna take a cheese grater. I'm doing a full 6 ounces here. We're gonna actually get this right into our blender. Now we're gonna add in some lemon juice. I like to add in a little bit of zest too. Now we're gonna go ahead and blitz this up one last time. Don't forget to add salt. All right, so it tastes delicious. So now what we're gonna do is go straight to this step to actually making our filling. I'm going to take about half this pesto that's in here and mix it into this ricotta cheese. And it's gonna create this nice fluffy filling that we're gonna actually pipe inside of our tortellini. Sometimes I like to add a little bit more acid to it once I put it in here, just because it's gonna be inside of the actual tortellini. It makes it a little bit more pungent. So I already have my pot of water boiling. Pasta's right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unwrap this. And what you wanna do is you wanna make sure you're gonna place this right onto a floured surface. This is the best part about this pasta. You don't need a pasta roller. You can hand roll this and it's gonna be just as good. So what I do is I just flour all sides of this nice and evenly like that. And don't be afraid of the flour. Like really get it on there. Now what I'm gonna do is start to work it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my knife and I'm gonna cut this directly in half. Now if you're gonna reserve dough and you're gonna fold it up, just flour it up like that and then you can put it off to the side. There we go. So now we're starting to get really nice and thin. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to get my filling ready. So we're gonna just take a scoop of this. We're gonna go right inside of there. You stop right about there. You take it like this. You pinch it off at the top. You twist it, and then when you're ready to go, you snip it. Just get a cut right here. Try to get as many cuts out of this as you can. Just depends on how many tortellini you're making. I'm only cooking for myself right now, so I don't have to make too many. So, I got my little circles here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is make a little bit of egg wash, and that's just to brush around the rim of the tortellini so that we can seal them together and they don't come apart. And what you're gonna do is just right in the center there, you're gonna pipe a nice little pile. All right, so what you do is you take your finger and you dip it in the egg wash, okay? Gonna take one of these tortellinis, I'm just gonna run around the rim of it like that. You're gonna take these and you fold it in half, just like that. And then you just kind of pinch around, pinch around. Now this part is very important. You don't just fold them like this. What you do is you take them and you tuck it towards itself, like that. And it gives you this really pretty shape, like a shell almost. And that just gets all the sauce into those crevices and it looks really smooth on this side. Kind of looks like a seashell on this side. So, home stretch here, we're on the last one, and boom. Here's your last tortellini. So, we're gonna go ahead and get to that started. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with, we've got probably about 6 ounces of heavy cream here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some of this pesto in there. Nice amount, don't be shy. All right, get that right in there. And just kind of whisk it together. All right, so we got this going right on the stove here. Put it on about medium heat, nothing crazy. All right, so now this is getting to that point where it's starting to get really hot. I just turn the heat down. I'm gonna get the pasta in and then we're going right into this. All right, so now they're floating right at the top, and to me that tells me these are done. What I'm gonna do, scoop them out, right in, right in. Now, super simple, you're just gonna give these a little bit of a toss. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take this off the heat. The tortellini with a nice big spoon, and just kinda gently place them in the dish. So now what we're gonna do, just gonna add a little bit of sauce on top, a little bit of extra sauce. I like that white in the center there. So I just try to leave that there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this Manchego cheese, and we're gonna take those ribbons and just kind of dance them on in there. Just kind of let them lay how they lay. They're gonna melt down. As we're gonna take a couple of small basil leaves, smallest ones you could find, just kind of toss them in there. This adds a little bit extra of that basil flavor, a little reminder of what's inside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this off with a little bit of lemon zest. So just do nice, long pushes. Beautiful. All right, and here's the final product. Absolutely delicious, very nice and rustic plating. You got this lemon zest dancing around there. You've got the slices of Manchego, a little bit of basil in there. You know exactly what it is when you're looking at it. You know it's gonna be herby, it's gonna be lemony, it's gonna be nutty, and I can't wait to taste it. I'm so excited to dig into this. This is one of my favorite dishes on planet Earth, so let's give it a taste. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut right into there. Oh my God. That is absolutely delicious. I mean, the pasta has a nice bite to it. Really good, perfect thickness. The filling itself is really creamy. It held up, and those chunks of nut are so good inside of there. Just because as you're eating it, you get that chew from it, you get that bite. It's not just one texture, one noted. It's not too heavy with that sauce. I know that sauce is just heavy cream, but it's not, because you just have a coating on there. It's not sitting in a bowl of it. It's coated with that rich, delicious Manchego pesto. You get that bite of zest in there, and the lemon from the actual filling itself. It's peppery, and I just want to keep eating it. So good. I gotta say, it's an absolute crowd pleaser. My favorite dish. And I hope you guys recreate it.